Just call me angel of the morning, angel. Just touch my cheek before you leave. Hey guys, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a little bit of a different video on how to stay motivated and mental health and success and financial success. But before we get started, everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi, we love you. So, how to be successful? It depends on your definition of success. My friend Vinny said that success, he defined it as how many people are better off because you lived. I was like, okay, that was very, very powerful. And from my experience on Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, hashtag Beatles, everyone comment down below if you get the reference. I see so many people trying to help humans better the world. Elon Musk trying to help save the human race by going to Mars. Okay, that's great. Who's helping the animals? A couple people, but not as many as trying to help humans. I just see that if we're alone in this universe, every life is precious. If you're religious, we're all God's creatures, and some of his creatures are going extinct. If you're not, if you're just scientist, that every life is precious. So just stick with that. And I wanted to go and, which I'm still going to do, take money and buy land in Madagascar to, in order to save endangered species that are there right now. That's just, most of them happen to be in Madagascar. And I used that, and my work day when I was starting at like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning, I make a couple of YouTube videos, and I go and I do that, and then I take a shower, and then I go to the gym, and then I go to work, and then I work up until 6 p.m. And then, the high risk lending business. And then I also, after that was done, I make some more videos, and then I write scripts for not only those videos, but the videos that I do for the next morning. And then I go and I print out all the stuff from eBay that I need to go home, 45 minutes drive, and then I need to package up those Pokemon cards that I sold for my second business. I need to take inventory that I just bought from somebody else over the weekend or whatever. I need to upload it to eBay, take pictures, upload. And I would do that until 12:30, 1 in the morning, where I would maybe watch an episode of BoJack Horseman or like 10 or 15 minutes of a nature documentary, and then I would go to bed at 1 o'clock and sleep for 5-ish hours, and then I would wake up the next day and do it again. And as I was doing that for months, years, and some nights just be sobbing in my office because it was so hard. Thinking like, okay, well, no, I have a goal, and that's what's making me do this. That is what's making me deal with the no sleep for the animals. If you do it for someone else, it's a lot easier, at least for me. For me, it's a lot easier if you find in your mind what you're doing it for. If you're a single mom and you have a son and just, or dad, like whatever it is that you want, if it's a person and you want that person to be proud of you, and say, like, this is what I did. This is what, whether it's your parents or your kids, and be like, wow, my son, my mom is just a badass. They got their shiz together. They did what they needed to do, and maybe they messed up in life earlier. Maybe they messed up in life earlier. Maybe you're the type of person that made some financial mistakes when you were younger. Maybe you got five figures of credit card debt. It was close to 6 figures. They have debt from school. You went to college for something that you just didn't like you thought it was good, but halfway through you didn't, but you kept going anyway because you're already halfway there, and now you have $80,000 worth of school debt. You made some mistakes. Let's say you made some bad investments. You lost your money, you lost your mom's money. It's like, okay, yeah, you messed up. But if you're in your 20s, 30s, it's still early. It's not too late at all. Even in 40s, I can only speak for 20s and 30s because that's all I've lived. But no, you can have people still be proud of you, saying, wow, yeah, they messed up, but damn it, did they not take those actions to correct their mistakes? Damn it, if they didn't go and they were fat. You let yourself balloon up to 300 pounds and you started eating right. You cut out all the BS. You cut out all the cake and the cookies and the sugar and the soda and just the Taco Bell. And you started eating oatmeal in the morning, where you started going to the gym. You got a personal trainer. You started walking. You started eating a lot of vegetables and lean meats and fish. And you started doing all these good things to lose the weight. Let's say you started not just working at your job 40 hours a week, but you got a second job, a part-time job. Now you're working 60 hours a week because you want to pay down that credit card debt, because God forbid something happens to you, you don't want that debt to go to your kids. Let's say you have this mortgage that you know your kids can't pay, or your spouse won't be able to pay by themselves, and they'll have to sell the house, and because you owe more on the house than what the house is worth, you just don't want to leave them in that situation. Say you have medical debt, whatever it is, and you don't want them to you want to have a nice little nest egg when you're gone, or you just want to be happy. You came from dirt, you came from nothing, like I did, born in Peru, literally in a house with no roof on. And I retired at 30. And I'll be a millionaire inside of a couple of years. And you want to just go and have people be proud of you. Okay, go. Do it. The work is simple. Anyone in first world will tell you how to get in shape. If you have no knowledge of it, it's like, okay, well, you eat clean and you exercise and, you stay away from garbage. And once you go into it, it's like, you know exactly what to eat, calorie tracking and, like recipes and what to cut out and certain different things. Just because it says lean something on it doesn't mean it's good for you. And you get into it, you correct those mistakes. If you are not a sports person, but your kid likes basketball, well, guess what? You're going to have to learn about basketball. If you want to bond with your kid, if you want to do that, like the Mighty Ducks series with Lauren Graham, she's like, oh, well, guess I'm going to have to learn about hockey, because guess what? Now she's got to coach her son's hockey team. If you want to go and make a lot of money and you're at this poor, nothing job, working at Target, working at an ice cream shop, and rewatching Stranger Things right now because I'm retired and I can do what I want, and Steve is at this Scoops Ahoy place where he's scooping ice cream. Okay, yeah, do that. But do something else too. Do whatever it is that you're interested in. Make a YouTube channel like I did for Pokemon sales data, which nobody else was doing. If you see like, oh, well, I'm interested in Pokemon too. Okay, you know what also I was doing? Everyone and their sister was making Tesla videos. Guess what? I started to do that too because I had a known, unique perspective on things. Things with different, like just positive. Like, yeah, this is good for the stock. It's good for money, but it's also good for the environment. It's good for this, good for that. If you want to do something, go out and do it. If you want to be happy, let's say you're making money. Let's say you are an accountant and you're making $120,000, $150,000 a year, whatever it is that you're making, but you're just not happy. Okay. I know people that make $40,000 a year and are happy because it's all they need. Let's say me in the military was not making money at all, but I would take leave every year and go to Comic-Con. And I got this jacket at Comic-Con. I got military, yeah, you don't barely make any money at all, especially enlisted. Officers make a little more, but for the most part, no, you don't make a lot. And what we did was, yeah, allowed you to get in shape, though. You get in shape. I got big for Bane. I got lean for Crow. And if you want to get big, you got to eat. Eating motivation. If you want to get lean, you got to eat a lot less. And you got to do a lot more cardio. But there are people that make a lot less money than 6 figures a year, half of that. But they go to Comic-Con, they're very happy. Or they just are playing music and they're not rich at all. They make enough to cover bills, but you know what? They're working at their dream. They are rocking out and they're doing their stuff. If you have something you want to do, go out and do it, because life is not guaranteed to any of us. If you're at this soul-sucking job with the soul-sucking meetings like twice a day for hours a day, it's like, oh my God, I can't even do my work because I'm stuck in these meetings. And just your boss is an a-hole, your boss is a dill-hole. Whatever that it is, life is short and you need to go on and you need to try to be happy. Happiness is the key. Like I said, you can be making $150,000 a year and not be happy. If you find something that you know you would love for $80,000 a year, go do that. Maybe you have to sell your house that you have 3 or 4 bedrooms in, and you have to move to a house that has 1 or 2 bedrooms, or you have an apartment, 2-bedroom apartment, go down to 1-bedroom apartment. Up until I got this apartment, this 1-bedroom apartment, I was living next to a boiler room. I was in a room that was next to a boiler, and live within your means. Now, I'm not saying like live like a pauper, even though that's what I chose to do and that's what helped me become really successful and retire. I got out of the military in late 2016. And when I opened up that first business in May of 2017, I retired within 4 years after that. And after the military, I got out, I had a couple grand to my name. You can do it. Like you can do the work. You have to choose to do it. And what do you want more? Do you just like, hey, you know what? What you just described, when your mental health is taking a toll, where you're in your office crying at night, that straight up does not sound like a good time, Chavez. Okay, do not do that. Because there is a fine line between, hey, you're working hard, doing good things, you barely see you, you're always at work, versus, oh, all right, it looks like you want to kill yourself because you're not sleeping and you're not seeing your friends. There is that line, and I crossed it. It was not good, and I do not recommend it, but sometimes you need to. Again, I'm not recommending it, but I'm just saying I understand why people do it because I did it. And your real friends will understand. Like, they will say, or they'll think, or what they should respond is like, hey, listen, I'm not seeing you as much as I want, and that hurts because I'm your friend, and I love you, and I want to see you, but I understand because you're going after your dreams. You want to change your life. You want to go from maybe a poor lifestyle to a middle-class lifestyle, or middle class to whatever it is that you're doing. Your real friends will understand. There are some people that won't, and you might lose friends. You might have people that say like, hey, like, you've changed. I used to call you up any time of day. We used to go to McDonald's together. We used to go see a movie together. I haven't seen you in months, and I feel like I lost my best friend. And they will guilt you, and maybe they're right. Maybe you should take time to see friends, but for me, it's a little easier because I was in the military, and you don't see your friends for several months at a time when you go on deployment to different places. Let's say one person goes to, Al-Assad, another person goes to Ali al-Salem, like I was, and you see each other, 7-8 months later, whatever, or you don't see each other for over a year because they go on deployment, and 2 weeks before they get back, you go on deployment, and then by the time you get back, a whole year has passed. Over a year has passed. So not seeing people for a couple months or whatever, it's life. That's normal to me. But other people, it's not. And other people say like, this is BS. Like, you're literally in the same state, in the same, in the vicinity, a couple hours of each other, and I haven't seen you in like months. Yeah, they'll feel betrayed. They'll feel what. So I'm just letting you guys know, going after your dreams is one of the best things that I ever did, because now I can see my friends whenever I want. The next year is booked. Like, the rest of this year is booked with seeing friends and vacationing and parties, because I earned it and I can do it now. I can see friends whenever I want, which I am. And the good and bad thing is that my friends are, because of the military, mostly, friends are scattered all over the world. They're in Japan, they're in Guam, they're in Hawaii, they're in Germany, they're in Austria, they're all over the US, they're in Canada and Australia. And I get to go see them whenever I want now. But it does have consequences. You might lose friends if you go after your dreams. And there'll be people that are just absolutely appalled that you're even trying to improve yourself. They're like they'll attack you. I have people attacking me every single day. I've had haters since before I got partnered with YouTube. Even when I was getting out of the military, it was like, oh, there's no jobs out there. The economy sucks right now. And to their credit, they were kind of right. But I would go and I'd say, like, listen, I'm not happy anymore in the military. I'm working my butt off, and I'm not seeing my friends. And I was tired of not seeing my friends over years at a time. And my friends moved away, and it was hard. And then once I got out, it actually made it worse, because I wasn't seeing the people that I was working with every day. And I deal with civilians and being like going to school, and it was crazy. But I got out just to be an X-ray technician, but I found out I could make a lot more money doing a lot of other things. And like, okay, well, I'm not going to be say happy doing these things, but I'll be making money, and I can go and I could buy land in Madagascar. And I don't know if I mentioned that in this video yet, to help endangered species. And they just most of them have to be in Madagascar. And whatever you're doing, find the motivation for it. Like I said, motivation for me was that land in Madagascar, and that's what kept me going. For others, it's different things, but go and find something that you know you're going to be happy with. Because if you're at this job that you hate, that's going to age you more than anything. That is going to, like military, they call it the military accelerated aging club, because it ages you. If you're working at a job you hate, and Gary Vee says it best, like working at a job you hate to buy things that you don't want or need to impress people that you don't even like. Keeping up with the Joneses is the worst thing that you can do, because it keeps you running that rat race. It keeps you running that, keep buying stuff on credit. Like, do you want this new car to impress people? You want this new watch to impress people? Okay, why? Like, your real friends they're not going to care what kind of car you drive. They don't care if you have a $10,000, $50,000 watch on. No, your friends want to be with you and spend time with you. People that love you. Go be happy. Whatever it is that you think you'll be happy doing, go do it. And if you have to give up this cool, comfy job where, let's say you're just making a lot of money but you're miserable, and you can do something that you know you would love for less money, do that. Take the less money. I've had clients worth 8 and 9 figures that hated their lives. And I have friends that make $50,000 a year and are extraordinarily happy. So that's just my advice. Just things, what to do and what not to do. Just be happy, and motivation. So I hope that helps. Everyone, please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. I love you all. Goodbye. Meow, 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 meow. Oh.